Welcome back guys to more Let's Play Keitai Denjuu Telefang, aka Fake Pokemon Diamond, aka we're being bothered by something that's not important. So this stage originally took 30 minutes, but since a lot of the battles in this are the same pretty much, about 18 minutes were cut from it. So this guy is a, well, Pokemon researcher, even though this isn't Pokemon. But he talks about legendary Denjus, in which case they call them Super Null monsters. And he spends time telling about how he wants them to create them with his own hands. Oh, and one of his partners went missing and we have to look for him. So a lot of the things he says are not at all important to us. It's not worth knowing. However, there will be a lot of random encounters, one right there, and basically a lot of time will be spent on that. So we find the lost researcher. He figures he can't escape either way. And so he starts talking about the doctor's other side, that he's really cruel. He treats the monsters like draught animals, in his words. Oh, and if we want the truth, we can go to the docks, and then we swear to secrecy that we won't tell him. So since there are no docks, we simply have to assume that a big tree in the middle of a lake is good enough. Yeah, so now we do this Assassin's Creed style, we hide behind the tree and then we assassinate him. That is, if this had been an even more awesome game. But that's not the case, so screw that. Also, this phone function really bothers me a lot. Well, not during this run, but I really hate it. It's useless and it only wastes time, so... But you will be seeing a few stealthy passes like this. But of course there's only one way you can go with this, and this is not the way. Sherstla was originally called Shellstera. It sucks using it, and I basically hate fighting it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's how I feel it. Also, I cut out these battles because there's little to no variety in these. What I can tell you, however, is never go into battle with just one monster. Use at least two. But other than that, there's absolutely nothing to say. So, you find random treasure. This thing is called Makon, and is, as in this is Makon. Ahaha, funny. Not really. Banda was called Vanda. It has high attack, but the lowest base speed of any monster. It's not alone on that list, but it shares it with a lot of other monsters. Now here you should just run through, because then he won't be able to notice you. At least he shouldn't. Or that's at least what I can hope he won't. This guy won't move, so you have to fight him. Doria, still called Driarmort. It sucks. That's all I can say. So, this dungeon, while it takes the amount of time it does, it's not the worst we will experience. And of course, you could always move through this stealthily, but I was uncertain about how or why, or even if I could. Yeah, Geron was called Geron the evolved form of Geron, and that's about all you need to know. And we got a level. Moving through all of this, and again, deviating from the path. As always, there's no point to it, but it just so happens. In the case of my Ninja Gaiden Pacifist run, I've been able to, in the course of 2 days, I've been able to reach stage 5-1. I haven't been able to beat it, but it's a lot of progress, I'd say, so we'll see when it comes out. And this guy you also have to fight. You probably remember Basiria. Well, that's it. And good luck figuring out on your first run that you can jump down here. I spent maybe 15 minutes on my first run figuring out that hey, you can actually do this. Mainly because it's never mentioned and there's really not that clear of an indication that you can do so. And you might as well take this guy out because doing that, not doing it and then still moving these would seem unfeasible in my opinion. And we don't want to go there. Or at least not yet. So this is the kind of luck that you might get. And of course this means we could go back and get different treasure, but I will not bother that. This is the only person battle per se that I kept since he's guarding the key. And in order to complete this stage we need the key. So consider this a minor boss battle. Now I purposely put 3 monsters into this battle because, like, throughout this run about 45% of my hits have failed. And that's also the reason why I saved before the boss battle. Simply because I missed that so many times. And it's really, really annoying. Baibu was called Byakubu. It has awful 10 attack, I can tell you that. Otherwise, it's okay on defense, attack and speed, but it's not nearly as good as Curry Boot, so there's no reason in changing that one out. Something I had considered in the past, but it wasn't good enough. And here's our key. Now we can complete this stage, or at least reach the boss battle before completing it. Now you can sneak past this guy, at least I'm pretty sure you can. I just didn't want to bother trying. So that's the way it is. As you go up here, sneak past this asshole. And then of course you have to move these. I'd say start with the left one, but that's just a personal preference. Mainly. I'm not even sure if that's correct to say since I'm right-handed. Oh well. And this guy you can't avoid. He'll detect you right when you go in. If Tampala wants to join you, say yes and not no like I did. And this guy will just not notice you, and you can get the treasure without him noticing, because your own monster blocks it. And somehow I got through that. And the second treasure. Neither of these are even worth it, so there's really no reason in doing this unless you want the stealth element. Rasenmai, called Rasenmai. And of course, because of that, I failed to sneak past him because I just had to get random encounters there. But we got level 37, so I won't complain. Well, I still will, but that's the way it is. So I save here because up to this point 45% of my hits have failed. And the doctor's missing. Oh, there he is. This is your lab. That's a terrible lab. Where's all your dangerous chemicals marked with a skull and shit? You know, the thing that I pick up to throw at you and then you melt, and then you die, and then we're all happy? Oh well, we get to fight someone named after a month, Octobre. Level 50 at this point. And I don't know if this changes in the speed version. Actually it doesn't. It's the evolved form of, or fully evolved form of Mantia. It sucks. But I really just did that saving as a safety measure. And I've explained why already, so I repeat that again. So 2 hits for a level 37 to defeat a level 50. It proves in this game that your level is not the most relevant, but it's really type dependent all in all. Blah blah blah. And then the doctor turns friendly. Oh fucking buddy. Nobody really cares. So Sunki always tells us something that's irrelevant. And in case you're wondering, the lake has a different tile set for water, which means we can't surf on it. So how are you supposed to reach the antenna tree? Well, magic. You know, the thing that duct tape makes you a complete master at. And someone ruins the groove. But you step in, get the awesome music, and then basically we reach the antenna tree. Banda's village. Yeah, this one has a labyrinth as well. So I will not do this until I'm certain I can get through it. Take care, peace out.